In today's video, I'm going to be solving a 4x4 mirror cube, blindfolded and one-handed. But as a progression, I'm going to just start with solving the 3x3 mirror cube one-handed, but not blindfolded. Okay, I've scrambled up the mirror cube with a new scramble from CS Timer, and now I'm going to go ahead and start solving it. One quick note though, I am normally a right-hand, one-handed solver, but I do have a bit of an injury right now, so I will be solving with my left hand, which does, with a 3x3, does take me about 10 to 15 extra seconds normally. So these times are going to be a little bit slower, unfortunately. But I do still think it's going to be possible. I successfully solved the 3x3 mirror cube one-handed in 1 minute and 44.67 seconds. For reference, solving with my left hand one-handed normally takes me about 45 seconds. So overall, I'm quite pleased with the time. Next, I will be solving the 3x3 mirror cube blindfolded one-handed. I typically average about a minute and a half on blindfolded, so I think I'm aiming for probably sub 5 minutes. I think that's a pretty good goal. Okay, so I've gone ahead and scrambled up the 3x3 with mirror cube with a 3x3 blind scramble, and I also made a makeshift sight blocker. Like, there's no way I'm seeing this cube. Plus, I'm still gonna put on my blindfold. I will also be having a second camera angle for a bit of a better view. There will be a camera here for a bit of a better view for the cube. Successfully solved the mirror cube in 6 minutes and 2.25 seconds. That did take longer than expected, but turns out when this isn't my dominant OH hand, and therefore even turning 3x3 still a bit weird with this, turning a mirror cube one-handed with my non-dominant OH hand is really hard. And feeling all the pieces is super difficult. It did speed up after I found all the cross pieces. It always does. Finding the cross pieces is always the hardest part about solving blindfolded. Like, I think on my normal solves, like my minute and a half solves, sometimes 45 seconds of that is just finding cross pieces. Next up, I am going to be solving the 4x4 mirror cube, just one-handed, not blindfolded. Also, I'm going to use stack math for this. I may have to do a second attempt if I go over 10 minutes, though, so I guess we'll see. I got this for in about 7 minutes and 45 seconds. And then my camera decided to fall on me. So I'm gonna just really quickly finish solving this and do a second attempt, this time without my camera falling on me. I successfully solved this in 9 minutes and 5.82 seconds. It was a super lucky scramble. Like, after I finished yaw edges, I had this yaw edge was already paired up, the 4th yaw edge, and 4 out of the 8 remaining edges were also already paired up. But unfortunately then I found I had messed up color scheme, and it took like another 4 minutes to fix, which was super annoying. But overall, I'm pretty happy with that time. On to solving it blindfolded and one-handed. to solving this blindfolded and one-handed. I am not going to be able to do this in sub 10 minutes. There's no chance. So I will be using CS timer here, and this is the scramble I will be using to scramble this up. So I'm gonna put my sight blocker in place and then scramble this up and get started. Really quickly before I get started, I just want to say Mirror Cube Blindfolded is a fully blindfold event, meaning there is no inspection phase after you start the time. By the time you start the timer, your blindfold is on. Successfully solved this blindfolded and one-handed in 55 minutes and 47.24 seconds. This challenge was a lot harder than I expected, simply because feeling the side of the cube was hard, but then also keeping the cube in the right orientation was hard, as well as whenever I would mean to turn 2 layers, I would either accidentally turn 3 or 1 a lot of the time. I also it's not magnetic, so I was a layer would be misaligned like this, but I wouldn't be able to feel it because it was so far scrambled, and I wouldn't be able to figure out why it wouldn't turn. Maybe I'll try this again after I figure out how to magnetize this cube. I also messed up OLO parity on this cube, and then we'll try and fix OLO parity. Messed up a bunch of other things, so had to resolve most of the cube, which I probably could have cut my time down to about 30 or 40 minutes if I hadn't messed up, but oh well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in next week's video.